Hello everybody! Welcome to Live2D Quick Tips number 2. If you haven't seen the first video, I did a video talking about skinning and how you can use skinning to more easily create hair physics. So if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. In this video, I'm going to be talking about draw order. So draw order tells the program in what order to display each object. It overrides the parts tab, it overrides the parts tab here, so you can use it to temporarily display certain parts of your model or hide them behind other parts. So for example, let's take my ear here. So the default draw order, it'll be right here in this inspector menu where you see the name, the ID, the part, etc. The draw order defaults at 500. So all the parts, when you load them in, will be at 500 draw order. For my model, when I move the head, and I hid the left front piece of the hair so you could see more easily, but when I move the head to the left, like so, you can see that the star, the ear and the star earring go in front of the head at a certain point. And that's because I've told the program to change the draw order of the ear to 503, which is just a little bit above the head. So because the draw order defaults at 500, that would mean that the ear would go in front of the hair piece. Let me go ahead and show that again. Here we go. That would mean that the ear would go in front of this hair piece right here and the front strand. So to get around that, you're gonna have to play around and change the draw order of each of the different parts. So for example, you can see here that as well as changing the ear to draw order 503, I also had to change the hair front right here to draw order 504. Otherwise, if I had it at the draw order 500, the ear would go in front of the hair, and that is not what I want. You don't have to just use this for the head. You can also use this for basically whatever you want. Okay, so for example, say I want my arms to go behind my legs. Maybe I'm shy or something, who knows? Okay, so say when we move the body over here, we want the shoulders to go like so. But do you see how the hand goes in front of the thigh here? Say I wanted the hand to go behind the thigh. If I wanted to do that, then I would have to take the forearm part. You can't take, it has to be the part, not the deformers. Like you can't change draw order of deformers, it is only parts. So I would take the forearm part, assign it to body X, and change the draw order below 500. But because the back cloak has a draw order of 500 as well, because that is the default, I would have to also change the draw order of the back cloak to below 500. And there we go. So now when we move our body X, the arm moves behind the leg and behind the thigh, or behind the body and also behind the thigh. Something that is important to keep in mind though is that if you have physics set up for something that you have draw order for example, say you want the hair to move behind the head, but you have physics set to the hair, that can cause a sort of flickering effect when your model is in use. It shows up mostly in the Live2D, the viewer, but you're gonna have to check if it's also a problem in VTube Studio or PRPR Live or whatever you use to track, like whatever tracking software you use. You'll have to see if you get that flickering effect, because what's happening is when you move your head, the physics of the hair will have the hair rapidly move in front and behind the object. So something that you can do to kind of get around that, like if you do have that problem, is you can set up more keyforms. So for example, if I wanted to avoid that, I could set a keyform really close up, like really close to the final keyform, and set the ear draw order back to 500. And of course I would have to change the order for like the star and everything else. But that way the ear would only move, it wouldn't go in front of the head until near the end of my model turning its head, as you could see. So play around and see what works for you, as usual. Other than that one thing to keep in mind, that's pretty much it. Draw order is really simple, and I think it's kind of a lesser known thing, but it can go a long way in making your model more three-dimensional. I hope this was really helpful. As usual, take care of yourselves, and I hope you have a cozy evening filled with stars. Bye!